So I'm gonna give you guys a grocery list of just some things that we're gonna need tonight. So just let me just process what's in front of me. So we're gonna need a band or bar. We're gonna be doing dislocates at some point. So if you wanna have that around. Also, yeah, preferably like a pole or bar would be great because we wanna be doing that for some good mornings later as well. If you have something that you like, parallettes would be fantastic. If you don't have parallettes, maybe some yoga blocks could suffice as well. We're gonna be using them for 2 exercises. One for like a, kind of like a tucked L-sit type, or a tucked sit. We'll find some variations if you guys don't have that. Also, we need a dumbbell for some windmills. So you're gonna want a weight that you can be holding overhead and locked out overhead. So something preferably, this is 10 pounds and this is probably more than enough for me. Anything else? Actually, yeah, so I guess 1 dumbbell that we could be using. So something that you'd be holding with 2 hands and lifting overhead, but also if that same weight could be used to suffice to just hold overhead with 1 arm, that would be perfect. So probably somewhere around 5 to 15 pounds is probably gonna work really well for that. So let's just get into warm-up. We'll worry about all that when we get to it later on. I'm loving that Alexa's like, you're all like, got your coat on, so many layers. So we're gonna just start in a nice bear position. So let's start in like a nice downward dog actually, and just quickly pedaling back the hamstrings. This isn't an easy position for me, so if I look funny or I'm not doing the positions completely well, I'm just feeling a little bit of tension in my lower back. So some things are gonna feel good, others haven't been. And we're gonna take this bear position, so we're getting this nice bear. And we're gonna be kicking over, and we're thinking about bringing that into crab. And we're gonna be alternating back and forth for a few rounds. So let's try and get, let's say 3 on each side. Just again, really focusing on the stretching aspects here and using the leg to lead in the bear to the crab. And when we're in crab, we're really opening and pushing upwards. And slowly transitioning back. Good work. And when we're finished that, we can find ourselves into a nice table position. And first thing we'll do is we're gonna bring hand behind our head. We're keeping our eyes focused on our elbow. So we're looking inwards. We're keeping that 1 arm completely locked out and straight. Elbow points inwards. And then we're bringing it up to the sky, doing a nice thoracic stretch here. Looking upwards and back down. And we'll do 5 on each side. So coming up for 2. 3, 4, 5, and switch. Same thing, hand behind head, looking out towards our elbow, and coming up for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good work. 1 last stretch that we'll take here. Actually 2, we'll quickly continue this thoracic stretch. So bring the legs out at 90 degrees. So knees on top, stacked over each other. Try and keeping the knees parallel. And then we're gonna bring shoulders stacked over each other You can bring your ear resting onto the ground, and then we're just gonna open that arm up overhead and reaching out so that top arm is reaching back and stretching out. And then we're bringing the hands back together and open for 2, and we'll do 5 on each side. So slow this movement down and really just feel the benefit in the thoracic spine, the upper back. Feel the stretch in the sides, the slight oblique stretch. Might be a little bit different for everyone. And when the hands are together, we can just rotate our hips over to the other side, and same thing. And opening overhead, reaching far out in the other direction, opening the chest while we're at it. Right on. And slowly just finding our way back onto our hands and knees. Just because of some of the exercises we're gonna do today, we're just gonna quickly just do a couple circles in a couple different directions over our wrists. We are planning on using P-bars, so it should really take a lot of the stress off the wrists. It's easier when you're holding or grasping something, but just in case, it doesn't hurt to just prep our wrists to be strong in those ranges. So just really transferring that body weight over the fingers, locking those elbows out, and turning the hands out to the side, so fingers facing outwards. Same thing, really leaning over on each side and turning the fingers inwards towards the knees. Fingers facing inwards, but this time middle fingers pointing towards each other. Hey, Davina's got a workout buddy. I just noticed him. And finally, just that nice false grip. So just coming onto the tops of the hands and pushing the tops of the hands into the ground, locking those elbows out. Good job. Okay, so without hesitation, let's get into it because we've got a pretty packed night. We're definitely gonna be feeling it. So first thing we're gonna need is our barbell for dislocates. So grabbing a band or barbell, something that we can be comfortably holding for 10 reps. And so coming out overhead, pushing that barbell or band away, tucking those hips under, and 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good work. And we will take that right into a good morning. So if you don't have a band that, or sorry, oh my God, a bar. Couldn't think of the word. You can mimic the position by bringing your hands over, so kind of like palms over to shoulders, and we're really thinking about hinging at the hips, so butt goes back and squeezing glutes to come back up. And we're gonna be doing 10 good mornings. If you do have the barbell or barbell bar or stick or something, we're just gonna be pulling that into our shoulders. So we wanna lock it out as though we've got a bar and we're squatting. So pulling into our traps, and hips go back. And lifting for 1. So the slower we make this movement, the more challenging and engaged it can be. So we really want those hips to go back, focusing on squeezing up. 2, 3. We're feeling the hamstring activation here. Proud chest. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. We're gonna release our prop, and we're just gonna be standing here, or if you really want, you could have your hands against the wall as well. So we're gonna continue the focus on the posterior chain right now. So the idea is that we're gonna be doing some standing single leg hamstring pulses. So what that looks like is my core is tight, my bum's tucked under, I'm slightly leaning forward, my toes are pointed, I'm bracing my proud chest, and we're kicking up just ever so slightly. And we're gonna be activating the glutes and hamstrings. So kicking and pulsing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides. Same thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going back to dislocates. Because there's a lot to pack in tonight, there's not gonna be a lot of breaks, so we're just gonna be keep transitioning from one thing to the next. So again, 10 reps. Barbell goes overhead, stretching the chest, keeping the core tight for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release and overhead. Again, pulling, so locking that into your traps, pulling down and stancing the legs, straddling them, butt goes back, proud chest, and glute squeeze for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going right back into hamstring pulses. So single leg hamstring pulse. Same thing, bracing our chest. So proud chest, bracing our core. Leg goes back and lifting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and switch sides for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, one more round. So depending on where you were before, let's try and creep the stance in. So creeping the hands inwards a little more. See if you can challenge that those dislocates just a little bit more than the last round. 10 reps, we got this. Coming out overhead, and 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Right on. So let's get right back into those good mornings. I probably made the most ridiculous faces for that last round. I put my hands way too close. I can't see my face on camera, but I could only imagine that is saved onto film for the end, till the end of time. All right, stancing those legs, and good mornings for 1. Squeeze the glutes, feel the hamstrings. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right, let's get those pulses in, getting back into position. So proud chest, tucking the bum under, core's on, toes pointed, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Good work. So take a second, grab a sip of water. You can stretch anything out if you want to take like a nice front fold or ragdoll perhaps, stretching the hamstrings out a little bit more. That movement isn't particularly accessible to me right now, so I will just watch. Also, I'm totally noticing, looking at your screen, Electra, it's just like complete pitch black behind you. So I'm like expecting to just see something pop out. So while you're quickly stretching or taking a second, the next things that we're gonna need for this is a good time to grab that weight. So if you need that overhead weight, again, this will be for windmills. So this will be a moderately light weight. So somewhere between like 5 or 8 pounds would probably be pretty good for 90% of us. As well, if you have any kind of parallettes or yoga blocks, this is gonna be really handy. If not, 2 chairs would work as well, or 2 blocks. Reason being, what we're gonna be wanting to do is we wanna be propping our upper body up so we can be holding like a tucked sit position. So again, whatever you can do to prop yourself up off the ground, whatever surface is, that would be perfect. Even if it's two blocks, 2 piles of books, whatever need be, we'll get creative. Actually, that's the first thing we're gonna move into. So let's worry about that now. So finding our props. We're gonna get situated. I'll quickly demonstrate what I wanna see, a couple variations, and then we'll get right into it. And I've got a timer, so no one's panicking. My 20 seconds won't be 40 seconds, but it also won't be 10, it'll be 20 on the dot. So we're gonna have our parallettes, if you have them, or your surface, and we're gonna be lifting up and really tucking those knees in and pointing the toes. What that should look like from the side, if I can demonstrate what I don't want to see, is I don't want this like hunched position where you're leaning over and rounded back. If anything, we want to be pulling and pinching those shoulder blades together in the back, and then really depressing through the shoulders and bring the knees out in front. So if we're not quite feeling strong enough for 20 seconds, what we can be doing is while we're holding this position, we can be tiptoeing. So one foot can be tucked up, the other's just tiptoeing on the ground, and we're kind of alternating there. So those will be variations that we can use to help this. So I'm gonna get a timer ready and see everyone's getting set up. Electra's in frame. Davina's got her buddy. Paula's there somewhere, I know she is. And I'm gonna set this up. All right. So, get that mental prep ready. It's gonna feel like an eternity, but it'll only be 20 seconds. Let's get up into position. Time starts. Let's go. There we go. Good job, Electra. Shoulders look good. The butt's in line with your wrists. You got it, Davina. I see Paula's head. And time. Good work. Move these off to the side. We'll be back to that. But exactly, it's gonna be challenging. So find a prop that works for you and a variation that works for you. Next position, we're gonna get into a crab position. So we're just gonna be lifting up, and actually we're just gonna be holding that locked out position and just rocking back and forth. So if everyone wants to follow my lead, we're just gonna lift up. So everyone's lifting up into crab. While we're here, we're pinching those shoulder blades together, and we're pulling those hips up to the ceiling, and we're gonna rock forwards and then back. And we're gonna do 10, 5 in each direction. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Remember, when you're in that position, the emphasis is the strength in the shoulders pushing into the ground. You want your shoulder blades pinched, and you want a neutral head stance. You don't want to be cranking your neck looking in front of you. Relax the neck. We're gonna grab our weight now. So if you have your small dumbbell, your water jug, your dog, whatever you can grab and hold overhead, we're gonna do some windmills. So, straddling the legs. Again, this is kind of in my limited range, so if my demonstration doesn't look perfect, please just mind that it's a me thing, not a you thing. We'll try the other side actually. So locking out overhead, and let me just demonstrate that I'm internally rotating. So what that means is I'm thinking about pulling my pinky inwards as far as possible. And then that's the top position. So my biceps by my ear, pinky is turned all the way in. Then I'm reaching my arm down, trying to touch the floor while I'm looking up towards the weight, and I'm turning my pinky all the way out into the furthest position possible and then coming back up. So that's gonna be 1. So we're gonna do 5 on each side. So starting in whatever side you choose, locking out overhead, turn that pinky inwards, and again, just like the good mornings, you're pushing your hips back and looking up towards the ceiling, reaching down, turning inwards for 1, and then pushing that weight up towards the ceiling to come back up. You want the arm to lead. Coming back down for 2. Turn in, rotate that wrist, and back up. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. And switching. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And we're done. So curious if it's picking up, if I could hear the band's playing heavy metal above us. Guy's like screaming into the mic. He's like screamo singer. It's good workout music. So we're gonna do this all over again. So grabbing our parallel bars, let's go for round 2. We got 4 rounds in total. So let's get through this. We're doing another 20-second hold. Remember, we really want to push those shoulders down and out. Locking those shoulder blades in this position too. Nice and strong. So, everyone's getting comfy. Davina's getting set up. Paul and Electra are good. And time starts. Getting up, lifting those knees. There we go. Lock it out. Hold. Stay strong. Here we go. Almost there. Keep going. Point those toes. Stay strong. Time. Good work. There's like nothing. Everyone killed that round. It's looking good. Getting right back into those crab rocks. So, finding that crab position, fingers pointing outwards, squeezing those glutes, lift those hips, locking out. Feel the stretch on the chest, and rocking forwards for 1, and back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Let's grab our weight. We got windmills ahead. So same thing, locking out overhead, nice and strong, bicep by ear. Straddle those legs, squeeze those glutes. Think about that good morning position and reaching forwards for 1. Turn that pinky all the way out and lifting back up. Turn the pinky all the way in. 2. 3. 4. 5. Switching arms. Same thing, walking out overhead, feeling strong. You are pushing that weight overhead as though the ceiling was falling in on you. You are holding the ceiling up. And rotating out for 1. And rotating in. 2. 3. 4. 5. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. And exit. This is looking good. Round 3. Let's grab those parallettes. Let's get ready. We got L-sit. Our core should be lit now. I've got a wire on me. All right. Getting timer ready. Getting into positions. Feeling strong. Getting ready to depress the ground away from us and pinching those shoulder blades in together. Time starts. Lifting and holding. Push those blocks away, push the floor away. Keep those knees in tight. You got it. Almost there. And time. Good work. Woo. Crab rocks. Back on the ground. Lifting those hips. Activating those glutes. Core tight, bum tight. And lifting up. And rocking forwards and back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep it up, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly exiting. Good work. Let's keep going. Keep the blood flowing. Grabbing that weight right into good windmills. Locking out overhead. And straddle legs. Turning pinky all the way in, turning pinky all the way out for 1. Push that weight up overhead to lead the movement. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. Switching arms, locking out overhead, and turning pinky all the way in, internal rotation, external rotation, reaching down for 1, 2, 3, looking at the weight overhead the whole time, 4, 5, Good work. Whew. Take a quick second, collect your breath, take some deep breaths, center yourself. While you're taking a second to collect your thoughts, let's get ready and prepped. We'll take a quick break though. There you go. Breathing through it. All right. Last round before we move on. So it's gonna be our last tuck sit. Really focus on good form here. You should be awake, you should be active. Everything is engaged now. So we're not quite at the point of fatigues. We can get another rep in. Let's go. So getting ready and time starts now. Lifting up, holding. There we go. Point those toes, bring those knees in to try and touch each other. Push the floor away. Pushing the floor away. Almost there. Time. We did it! We finished the tuck sit. There will be no more tuck sits tonight. Let's get back into that crab position. Let's rock it out. Fingers out to the side, hips high, and rocking forwards and back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Last round of windmills. Let's grab our weight. All right. Locking out overhead. Straddle, core tight, bum tight. Rotate, and 1. Reaching down, looking up, and pushing the weight up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. Bicep by ear, internal, and lowering for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. Sip of water, stretch it out, whether that be your wrists, your shoulders. Pick a stretch that you need. Maybe just come into child's pose for a second, just collect your breath. You can stretch your shoulders out while All right. So while you take a second to just chillax, I'm gonna explain what the next exercises are gonna be. So from now until the end of class, we've got 4 exercises that we're gonna try and get in 3 rounds. So we're just gonna crush this last little bit, get it in. The first exercise is probably the most challenging. We are going to be doing some side-to-side push-ups. So again, if you have a surface to lift yourself up, to be pushing off of, whether that's, again, books, yoga blocks, anything, that's gonna be super handy. So I'll just quickly demo what these are gonna look like. They're gonna be slow. So we're gonna be doing 10 reps. It's gonna be a lot, especially at 3 rounds, but you can do it. We're gonna break it down into progressions so we make sure that we get it all in. So what this is gonna look like, ideally if you have the surface to elevate yourself, it will look, you'll be coming into a front support. Leaning over, and then pushing up, and then coming out to the side, and that will be 1. So, if that's too challenging, what we can be doing is, we can be on our knees. So we can be coming down, pushing up, and then getting back onto our feet, and then coming out to the side. So again, or that could be the negative. So you could just be coming down, then onto your knees, pushing up, coming back off your knees, and then out to the side. So it's gonna be a slower tempo because we're gonna go together. I'm gonna be counting it out. And the whole purpose is, if you are on your knees, you have the advantage, and I'm gonna recommend that you actually bring your chest down to the ground and then back up. We want that range of motion. We're trying to lean forward, so it's not just a push-up where we bring our chest between our hands. We're trying to bring the chest forwards and then up. So again, break it down to a progression that's gonna work for you. We're doing 10 reps, so 5 on each side. It's gonna be a lot, but we'll get through it. So, let's grab our props, let's get ready. I'm going to obnoxiously be counting it out and guiding you through it, so don't you worry. So, in our starting positions, and lowering down, all the way, pushing up, coming out to the side for 1. And lowering down, all the way, if you can, pushing up, out to the side for 2. Lower, up, side, 3. Lower, up, side, 4. Lower, up, side for 5. Lower, up, side 6. Lower, up, side 7. Lower, up, side for 8. Almost there, 2 more. Lower, up, side for 9. 1 more, you got this. Lower, up, side 10. And exiting slowly. Catch your breath. Good job. Jacket's coming off, Electra. Push-ups did it. So, next exercise. I know I'm moving fast. The adrenaline's gonna build up. We're gonna get through this. So grabbing our weight. So something you can hold with 2 hands. Doesn't have to be heavy. And we're gonna put our back against the wall. So my legs are slightly stanced out from the wall. I'm just leaning my upper back against the wall for support. And the idea here is we are going to be lifting arms up, lifting the weight overhead. And again, we want it to be slowed and in control. So we're not doing this. We're not throwing the weight. We want all of our muscles to engage. We want our shoulder blades pinched towards in together. So really proud chest and just nice overhead range of motion. And we're gonna do 10. So grabbing that weight, lifting for 1. Slowly lower. The lower is important. Don't just let it, 2. Don't just let it fall onto your lap. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Let's get onto the ground. We don't want to lose the momentum we've got built up here. We're going to be getting ready and going into 20 V-snaps. So onto our backs. And legs out and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Flip right onto your belly. We're not done yet. And 20 alternating swimmers. So lifting one leg at a time, one arm at a time, opposite leg and arm. So getting ready, onto your stomach, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo. Getting ready for push-ups. We're doing good. Keep it going. We're almost at the finish line. So we got our blocks, our surface. So getting ready, and let's get into our push-up position. Should be feeling better than the first round. We're activated now, so this one should be feeling less fatigue, more strength, and a lot easier. So, front support, push-up position, dropping chest, pushing up for 1, and out to the side. Dropping, pushing, out to the side for 2. Dropping, pushing, 3. Dropping, pushing, 4. Dropping, pushing, 5. Dropping, pushing, out to the side for 6. Dropping, pushing, out to the side for 7. Drop, push, 8. Drop, push, 9. Almost there. Drop, push, 10. Good work. Woo. Shake those arms out. We got this. Let's get right back to the wall. Let's keep it going. We're too busy to feel tired. We're just gonna work through it. Round 2 of 3. So leaning back against the wall, got our weight. Again, lifting overhead. And controlling the lower so we're not dropping. 2, 3, push that back into the wall. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, 10, slowly lower, good work. Let's get right onto the back, we're not done yet. Enjoying the small moments, the transitions, catch your breath, take a second. Each exercise can be considered the break from the last. It's all a different muscle group. So you got this. All right, walking out overhead, squeezing legs together, V snapping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Rolling onto the belly. Keep it going, just a little bit more. Right onto that stomach. Pointing the toes, thumbs pointing upwards towards the ceiling. Opposite leg and arm and lifting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Collect your breath. We're not gonna rush into the push-ups. We're gonna take a second, but maybe get into a table position, get near your prop, start to visualize and mentally prep yourself to get ready for this last set. Last and final set. Even if you're feeling a bit fatigued, you will make it. Just taking a moment, collect your breath, calm your thoughts. Getting into position. Locking out, so locking on that push-up position. And chest to the ground, pushing up, out to the side for 1. To the ground, push, out for 2. Ground, push, out for 3. Ground, push, out for 4. Almost there. Ground, push, out for 5. Ground, push, 6. Ground, push, out for 7. Ground, push, out for 8. 2 more, almost there. Ground, push, out to the side, 9. Ground, push, out to the side for 10. And slowly exiting. Good work. Killing it tonight. Whew. All right, grabbing that weight, we're almost there. Let's get it done. So back against the wall, weight out in front. Controlling the breathing. And I see Paul is getting into position. All right, let's go for it. Lifting weight for overhead for 1. Slowly lower. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Dropping the weight right onto our backs. Let's get those V-snaps in. Last set of V-snaps. So onto our backs, toes pointed, arms overhead. Take a breath or 2. And lifting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Roll right onto that belly. Reaching those arms out overhead. Toes pointed, thumbs pointed up. Alternating between opposite arm and leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! And stretch it out. We finally made it. So, a good stretch. I am not psychic, but I am sure your chest and triceps are just burning right now. So you could either use the wall, just kind of lean into it. So we could stretch the triceps, just leaning into the wall, push that elbow into the wall, stretching out the lats, feeling the stretch in the tricep. Really resting that hand that's bent back on the middle of the back, trying to bend deeper. We can switch sides. And possibly we can quickly take a quick chest stretch. So just getting onto the ground, doing that 90-degree bend in the arm, just opening the chest up. Again, you might be feeling something different, so please just follow your own flow. Take any stretch that you need for your body. So just be mindful to what you might be feeling and what areas are possibly feeling more tight on you. We're all different, so I can only recommend what I'm feeling for myself, but, and switching sides. I'm just going nice and light, nice and quick, very dynamic. Whew. And easing out of that. Great job tonight.